I numeri italiani, quinta parte, Italian numbers, part 5. Ciao ragazzi, sono Manu e questo è Italy Made Easy and we are looking at numbers. Today is where we bring it all together. Big numbers, scary numbers, let's see how we do it. So for example, if I show you this number, that's pretty scary, isn't it? That's because nobody has ever told you how to read big numbers, how to say big numbers. And I haven't told you either. Let me tell you. Okay, let's start with a small one. So you know that this one is 100. And you know that this one is 23. So how about this one? Well, simply, this one would be 123. 123, okay? We don't throw in e. I know some of you and some Italians are throwing in e, but you don't need to say 123 or something like that. No e, please. 123. If you need to spell it, it's actually interestingly enough, it's spelled as one word, okay? How about this one? That's 900 and that's 52. We bring it together into 952. Okay, so you see how it works? So let's try this one. You go first. Sì. 751. Benissimo. What do we do? Try. Yeah. 101. 100 for 100 and 1 for 1. That's it. 101, no need to throw in the e again. Not 101, just 101. Okay? Perfetto. How about this one? 902. Yeah, okay. So, let's move on. Let's jump up a little bit and let's do this big number here. Now, there are two ways of reading this. First thing that we notice is that in English or English cultures, we use a comma between thousands. So this number, if it was 1975, it would be expressed like this with a comma, but in Italian, it's expressed with a dot. Okay? So don't confuse, when you see a dot, it's not decimal or anything, it's just thousands, okay? Every 3 digits we put a dot. Like in English cultures, we put a comma. First thing. Second thing, if this number is a number, in English, this one would be 1975. But if this number was a date, for example, my date of birth or my year of birth, in English, we might tend to say 1975. Can't do that in Italian. They would have no clue what you're saying. If you said 1975, you're just saying two numbers, 19 and 75, and they have no idea what you're talking about. Okay, so don't do that. If you're talking about years, you have to read it as a full number. So it's this one is, let's do it together. Let's break it up. We got 1000, we have 900, and then we have 75. What's 1000? 1000. Good. What's 900? 900. And what's 75? 75. Bring it all together into 1975. 1975. Benissimo. How about this one? Here's a little trick. Unless you're really young, which good for you, everything that we talk about, or most of our experiences, and like, I don't live in the past. I'm saying, like, most grown-ups, we were born in the 20th century, which always starts with 1900. Okay, so even though it's a mouthful, just get used to saying 1900, 1900. So you get rid of the first part and then just add the decade. Okay, so this one is 1988. 1988. Perfetto. Now, how about this one? Yep. 1901. 1901. Straightforward, yeah? How about this one? That's a bit more contemporary. What's 2000? That's from the previous video. If you've been paying attention, I'm sure you have. What is it? 2000. 2000. 2000. And then there's no hundreds, so we don't have to say it. And what's 16? 16. 2016. That's it. 2016. Pretty straightforward, okay? We're not throwing in is, but that's when we would throw in an a sound or and that's a number like this. So this one is 2001, 2001, or also 2001. It's okay to throw in a when you're missing hundreds and tens. If you're only missing hundreds, you don't need to say e. If you're only missing tens, you don't need to say e. Like I said before, 1901. There's no e there, okay? 2016. We're missing the hundreds, we're not saying e, so it's 2016. But here, when you're missing hundreds and tens, you can say e. I don't say it, but you can. It's okay. So it's 2001 or 2001. Perfetto. So let's go back to this big number here from the beginning. It's tricky, isn't it? Okay, what have we got? That's 151,745. That's how you would say it in Italian, just with Italian numbers. 100,000. Oh, sorry, it's 151,000, right? So it's, what's 151? 151. What's thousands? Because we have many. It's not one, it's many. So it's mila. 151.000. And what's 745? 745. So 151.745. I'm not going to say easy because it ain't easy, but you see how it's straightforward, okay? And I'm going to leave you with this big number. I'm going to have to make space for it, okay? So what's this big number? Yes, okay. I'll leave you some time to think about it, okay? All right, so we have 345,940,111. We can do the same in Italian. Let's do it together. Let's hold hands and let's do it, okay? 345 million. What's 345? You know this one. 345 milioni 940. 940 thousands, mila, 111. 111. Right? So, bring it all together. Take a deep breath. 345 milioni 940.000 111. That's how you read big numbers. Okay, this one was a killer of a lesson. Hope you enjoyed it. And don't miss the next lesson where we look at prices. How do we read prices? I mean, how do we read numbers when they are in prices? It's tricky. So make sure you don't miss it. And that's all for now. Grazie mille, un saluto e alla prossima. Ciao ciao.
Pick up Italian quickly and easily. Speak Italian while in Italy. Italy.